Magic the Gathering.
Magic, 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 I'm so magic.
Gathering magic.
Spend a lot of money on cards.
Playing cool cards with my friends.
Playing all so magic.
We're all winners in the end.
I took a speech class in college, and I remember a girl gave a 20-minute speech on the difference between mules and horses and donkeys.
What were the key takeaways from
I
that?
don't even remember, but it was so awkward and uncomfortable, and I think I fell asleep. So,
I mean, that checks out. I do like myself a good mule, donkey, or,
dude, she got in deep. She was like going into like anatomy and like breeding and stuff. I was like, dude, why do you know all this?
Speaking of donkeys, there's like an actual like PDH commander where it's an like it's a blue-red single pit,
Okay.
The fused pit. Is that creature type just, no, it's not
Is it
donkey,
ass?
is it?
Is that the creature type?
I actually have to do art donkey. Let's see if we can piece this together in real time.
Yeah, let's do it.
On the podcast here. Art donkey.
Creature type ass.
Creature type just not great.
He says pauper.
It's a pauper commander. I know the good old PDH pals have a list for this donkey. ID UR rarity U. And that was enough. Yeah. Noggle Ransacker.
Dude, this guy looks questionable.
Two in a hybrid is it? So two in a, blue red. Noggle Ransacker. It's a Noggle Rogue. So Noggle is the creature type for weird donkey man. Originally printed in Eventide. It is a 2/1 Noggle Rogue creature. When Noggle Ransacker comes into play, each player draws 2 cards, then discards a card at random. Noggles live purely by what they can scavenge. There's not a single thing a Noggle eats, wears, or uses that did not once belong to another.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks like ass. Like, I'm like reading this and like off the rip, I'm like, this art is great, and I like how he's got glasses, but like, yeah, the card itself seems pretty bad. But then again, as we know, I don't know how to distinguish between a good or bad Magic card. Right. I'm pretty bad at it.
That's fair. It's not a good card. You're right there. It's more of a fun card.
Okay.
So it's like a chaos type thing, right? So you can obviously ETB trigger. So you're gonna cast this from your command zone for 3, pretty cheap. Maybe sack it, maybe blink it with like what's it called? Essence something or other.
Essence Scatter.
No, yeah, you can
different.
counter your own. Oh, what Essence Flux? I think it's.
Have you
Essence
ever counted
Flux.
your own spell in a game?
You can.
Like, have you ever?
So like one of my favorite decks is Kraken Sakashima, Manual Storm, and there are some weird instances where you kind of want to counter, but like with how the stack works in that deck and all the copies, you don't really ever want to do that. But I mean, there are certain instances where you might want to counter your own spell. But yeah, Essence Flux was there's also Ghostly Flicker. So there were ways of blinking the Ransacker to get this kind of goofy chaos trigger where everyone draws 2 cards, then discards a singular card. So it's card advantage for everyone at the PDH table. Adds an element of randomness to it. I don't know. It's a fun one. It's definitely
Blinking and Pauper, baby. We're here.
Yeah, you've got like 2, maybe 3 options. Right now I can just think of Ghostly Flicker and Essence Flux off the top of my head.
Yeah.
For this card. But yeah, anyways, welcome to Wild Dogs Pod. This is a podcast just kind of about Magic the Gathering as a whole. My name is Leland. With me here is Luke.
Hello, everybody. Episode 0.
Episode 0. Yeah. So this is just, we're creating this podcast mostly as just like kind of a little side project, little passion project. We both love Magic and want to talk all things Magic. That, thoughts that are on our mind about the game, decks we're building, decks we want to build, cards we like, cards we think are funny, powerful, goofy, evil, what have you. We're gonna talk about them here.
Yeah, we're basically just like recording our beer conversations that we have. Yeah. we're just we're just kind of shooting the breeze and now we're filming it. That's basically what's going on.
Basically, yeah. And I think, we might even be drinking beer while recording this. We might even go
most of the time actually.
We've got a lovely bar nearby where we play Magic occasionally. So I think just bringing the microphones with us one of those times, just recording
a satellite episode.
Yeah, it'll be at, Wild Dogs at the Tavern or something like that.
Yeah, field trip at the tavern. I'm down.
But yeah, once again, my name is Leland. I've been playing Magic for about 2 years now. I think the first pack I opened was, I think it might have been Zendikar Rising, but the standard set at the time, the current standard set, I think was the like new Innistrad, so Crimson Vow, Midnight Hunt. I think it was in that realm. So I was cracking packs of like Kaldheim, Strixhaven, that era a couple years ago is when I really got into Magic. Immediately kind of fell in love with EDH deck building. I loved Singleton right away. As a kind of a newcomer, casting multiple of the same spell didn't really appeal to me. I was like, hey, I've got this whole world of Magic that I haven't explored yet. Why would I build a deck that wasn't a bunch of different spells,
Makes sense.
So I was drawn immediately into EDH, 100-card Singleton. My current favorite competitive format is Canadian Highlander. Shout out North 100, one of my favorite competitive Magic shows.
Okay.
I watch a lot of competitive Magic. My background is obviously more casual. Me and Luke, we've got a play group for Commander. We do pre-releases, drafts, all that kind of thing. And I'm just now dipping my toes into true competitive. Just put proxied up a legacy reanimator deck.
Some deviant shit.
Yeah, Luke did not like it when I played it against his Commander deck.
My Commander deck versus your legacy deck did not go well.
It was fun though, right?
No, it was fun though. Yeah. it was wild to me though. Like you had like one land and then you had like 4 creatures out. And I was like, and you're just moving things in and out of like things would go out of play and they come back in play. And I was like, here's for 3 mana, I'm going to play a creature. Your turn. Like that was basically how this game went. Yeah. It was nuts.
Yeah. It turns out a turn 1 Gristlebrand is pretty broken, pretty powerful.
Also, I didn't even understand, like, you were doing, like, I'm basically like an upkeep and main phase Andy. Like, that's like basically where I do everything, and so it was kind of fun to see you like, oh, and then in my end step, I'm going to do this thing, and then here's 4 more creatures. And I was like, what is going on?
Yep. Turn 1, Badlands, Dark Ritual, Lotus Petal, Entomb, Reanimate, Gristlebrand, draw 7. Yeah, it's a pretty deviant deck. Yeah. It's really fun though. I'm really enjoying Legacy so far. I played my first quote unquote tournament. It was just a kind of Friday night type thing at a local LGS. But I played Painter. Went 1-2, which hey, I got a W.
Yeah, you got 1.
Painter's a sweet deck. I love Tess, the Epic Storm, another incredible deck. Our buddy Taylor is a really big Legacy guy, so he's been, kind of showing me the ropes a little bit. And we played his 4-color control list, which was dope. So yeah, I'm getting really into Legacy right now. I think that and PDH, EDH, and Limited are going to kind of be my bag. How about you, Luke? What's kind of your background with Magic?
Yeah, my background is definitely more like on the casual side. I've only played Commander really. I haven't like dipped my toes into any of the other formats. I started all the way back in Dominaria. I don't know, what was that, like 2018, 2019, around there. It was like pre-COVID, but like just before it. And like whatever Dominaria set that was. And I started because I moved to a new town. I moved to Austin, Texas for work. And like all my coworkers were really into Magic, and like I was trying to make friends. And so they would like invite me to like if anybody from Austin is listening, they would invite me to like Mothership. And then we would like, and there was like a bar nearby, and so we'd like play and then go get drinks, and it was really fun. So that was kind of my intro. And yeah, and I just always played Commander because that's what they were playing. And then it turns out now it's taken the world by storm. So everybody plays Commander. No one plays Standard. No one plays this Legacy BS. No one plays anything else.
Well, hold on a minute.
Yeah. No one plays any of these other sets. It's only Commander the Gathering now. And yeah, I definitely like in our play group, these guys like have very good decks that synergize well, and they're doing all these cool things. And I honestly, I'm just bad at the game. Like I my priority for what goes in a deck is the art, goofy, and when my friends laugh. Like that's kind of what I'm going for. But yeah, so I play Commander, and I actually do like Pauper a lot because I get to play all the dog shit that's just like sitting on my counter. Like it's so much fun for that reason alone. Just that you get to use stuff that would just sit in boxes if you didn't play the format. And then also too, you can like do really goofy things. So like my Pauper, my favorite, I'd say it's in my top 3 decks is I have a deck I've called Baby Yoda, which is Slippery Boggle, which is a 1 mana green / water droplet, and you can put them out turn 1, and the whole deck, there's no creatures in it. It's just him, and then the rest is artifacts and enchantments, and it's just a Voltron bullshit machine. And then also it's hexproof, so it's Pauper, so there's no way to remove it really. So
Yeah, it's a pretty it's a notorious PDH commander, the old Boggle.
dude, also I thought I was being clever. Like I was like, oh shit, I just cracked the code. Like I just found this broken commander for Pauper, and you guys were all like, dude, that's a very common like commander.
No, it's not. I wouldn't say it's super common. It's definitely it's a popular one, but it is cool that you kind of found the old Boggle on your own and crafted him yourself.
This is also a common occurrence in our play group. Is that I'm like, guys, I just discovered this broken thing, and you're like, dude, we've been talking about that since like 1995 or whenever the game started.
No, I think it's cool that. So that's one way in which we differ, in that, our approach to the game. We're both very passionate about it. We both love Magic, but we both approach it from a different angle. Like I'm very much, digging through the archives. I'm a researcher. I love watching, like I said earlier, I love watching competitive Magic. I love, learning all the combos, learning the history of the cards, learning which cards were powerful when. Because, I'm relatively new to the game, having only played it, 2 or so years. I've got a lot to catch up on is kind of the feel for me as someone who's kind of driven to, like, once I'm like in on a thing, right? Another example for us is FromSoft. We both love FromSoft games. Yeah. The moment I touched Sekiro, again, I was kind of late to the game on FromSoft. The moment I touched Sekiro, it was over for me. Like all other video games, it was done. Yeah. And I went all in, went back to Dark Souls 3, which is my favorite video game of all time. I played that game to its completion at least 20 or so times. I've played through the entire Souls series. It's, it's a Magic similar in that I dove in a little bit late to the game, and now I feel like I need to learn everything a little bit.
Okay.
And I just like enjoy scrolling through. Like when I was first getting into Magic, I would just pull up Card Kingdom and go to like a set, right? I'd go to like Mirrodin Besieged on like a Thursday night at 10 p.m. and just scroll through and just look at every single card in that set. And I just did that every single night. I just pick a different set, a random set throughout Magic's history. Champions of Kamigawa on a Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Let's just learn every card in that set.
Okay.
And so I've kind of been that way for the past couple years. And, I was talking to my wife about this. Magic has fulfilled a lot of like needs, I guess, in my life creatively, socially.
Wait, how so?
So I love deck building, right?
Okay.
It's been my creative outlet. I'm also a musician. That's another one of my creative outlets, but deck building, particularly with EDH, has been my creative outlet for the last couple of years. And I think it really, it helped during COVID for sure.
Yeah.
When we had to stay inside and not really do much. I wasn't really feeling inspired musically. So it's very easy to just pop into Moxfield, pull up a commander, and just, again, look through all the old sets, find cards that synergize. look up keywords on Scryfall, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, in that same sense, it kind of ticked the box of like, my kind of drive to learn and discover and do research. I love doing those things.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I was fully entertained and creatively driven through Magic. And then obviously we reconnected, started playing Magic, connected with our play group. We got a few homies now, and it's something we try to do at least once a month, ideally twice a month.
There are dozens of us now.
Ideally, we meet, once a week. At least me and you, we get together
play a bunch.
About once a week, I'd say.
Yeah.
Play some Magic. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just been interesting to see how quickly Magic has kind of fulfilled all these different aspects of my life in like a pretty positive way.
No, I'd say I feel you. I agree with you. Yeah, it's kind of funny though. Like I do think Magic is one of those games where like, we can like get into this. I don't know. This is a whole nother side tangent, but like there's kind of this, like I think like video games also fit this bill too, where it's like the perfect melding of like the right and left brain, where like, there is a very, very left brained in that, I think it's left brain where it's like the technical side, where it's like very like, like there is a mathematical formula to what is optimal. Like, you can like, what is that? Isn't that the whole point of like red deck wins, is that it's like mathematically speaking, I will be able to put more creatures down and be able to aggro you out. Like, just based on mana curve. So like there is like the mathematical side to things and like the analytical side, but then also, at the same time, this is also a piece of art. Like, this is, a creative outlet, like you just described, like putting things together, but then also too, like the cards themselves. Like I'm very drawn to the art and like the flavor text of cards because, I don't know, that's just, I'm a artsy fartsy guy. So I just kind of like, I purposely buy cards based on the artwork a lot of the time. So, no, I totally feel that.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I for my commander decks, I will definitely prioritize certain cards based on the art,
Oh yeah.
And then for different printings, obviously I'm obsessed with TCG Player. We talk. Yeah. I think I texted you like yesterday. It was like some people spend $5 on coffee every day, for work. I spend $5 at least on TCG Player every day.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad, but it's fun. Like finding the old FNM promos, weird promos, weird, secret lair arts and all that good stuff. And then just finding weird cards. In fact, I'd like to introduce maybe an ongoing segment right now.
Okay, let's hear it. Hear it.
Weird fact of the week.
Oh, bring it.
And this actually happened right before we started recording, right before you came over.
Oh, okay.
Have you heard of Marcelo Vignali?
I can't say I have.
He is an artist best known for the iconic Ravnica Birds of Paradise. And I'll actually pull
that's
that
a
up.
banger.
A banger, a beautiful piece.
Birds of head ass.
Classic Magic card. Everyone knows Bolting the Bird. But yeah, here it is right away. It pulls up the...
Yeah, that's the one I think of when I think... I know, I'm not an old head, so I don't think of the original. I think of this one.
Yeah, no, it's super iconic art. And you know what's really interesting about Marcelo? Is that he's only done 7 cards for Magic the Gathering, and one of them just so happens to be the incredibly iconic Birds of Paradise.
Yeah.
So he did 7... He was commissioned, I'm assuming, for 7 pieces back in like the early 2000s. He also had a piece back in, what is this, Scourge, it looks like. That's interesting. But yeah, it looks like Mirrodin, Cold Snap, a couple of Ravnica cards. So kind of like a weird...
Yeah,
just has
super
7
random.
cards. And the reason why I got here is because I was Scryfall randoming and came upon Kjeldoran Gargoyle.
Okay.
Which is... For 6 mana, it's a 3/3, off to a rough start.
Yeah, that's not good.
Gargoyle, creature gargoyle. But it is probably like somewhat decent in Pauper Commander. I don't know if I've ever seen it in a list, but I'm
like as the commander or in the... Well, no, it's common.
It's common, but it was printed out uncommon in Cold Snap, so you could run it as either your commander or in the 99.
Thanks, Cold Snap.
Yeah, this is I mean, it's pretty solid. I mean, it is 6 mana, so it's expensive, but it's a 3/3 with flying, first strike, and whenever Kjeldoran Gargoyle deals damage, you gain that much life.
Okay.
Which isn't keyworded or hasn't been, oracled to be lifelink. Meaning you can give this thing lifelink and it will recover you twice as much life. So it's got lifelink and it has whenever it deals damage, you gain that much life. So it's got double lifelink, first strike, and flying potentially. Kind of a cool target for like in an auras deck. If you're running like, I don't know, Selesnya auras in PDH or something weird like that. It's for 6 mana. There's probably some better things you could do there, but it's an interesting card, and it was just reprinted at Common for the first time in Dominaria Remastered, which is a set we played. I think we drafted it. But I was intrigued by this art because it's very like Valheim, right? For Kjeldoran Gargoyle, it's like going up.
Wait, why Valheim?
Well, okay, so I've been playing Valheim lately with a buddy of mine. Luke's joined in for a few sessions. And it's like going up the mountain, and there's those like dragons.
Okay.
That like shoot
spoilers,
ice balls. By
the way, for people.
Spoilers if you haven't played
Valheim,
the game from like 2018 or whatever. But there are these dragons, and it looks, I don't know, it's just reminiscent of that. So I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. Like the art. I'm gonna check out Marcelo Vignali. Going back to good old Marcelo. Here's our weird fact of the day, right?
Okay.
Marcelo Vignali made 7 cards for Magic the Gathering. Right.
Okay.
I Googled Marcelo Vignali because I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like, I wonder what else he's done. You're never going to guess what Marcelo Vignali has done.
Like outside of Magic or?
Yeah, outside of Magic. Can you like take a guess? Just based on his art, can you take a guess at what he might have done?
I'm going to say... oh, that's hard. Okay. All right. I'm going to say that he's done movie posters.
Okay. You're on the right track.
Just based on like the way he lays out his artwork. It's very graphic designy.
You're on the right track. He actually has worked on Hotel Transylvania.
Okay.
Surf's Up. And most recently, Into the Spider-Verse.
Really?
Yeah. He was, I think he was like,
okay.
like a designer, like a leader of design production or something like that. So like, what are the chances? Like a random Scryfall Random.
That's so random.
To Kjeldoran Gargoyle or whatever, led me to Marcelo Vignali, who's worked on Hotel Transylvania.
That's wild.
So that's a really weird kind of
no kidding
out there fact for the day.
Wow. Wait, kind of in the same vein. Okay. Who's your favorite Magic the Gathering artist?
Okay, so it's kind of a tricky question.
Bring it on.
I'm not going to get into it. We're just going to do one today.
Okay.
My all-time favorite or current favorite is Dominic Mayer.
Dominic Mayer.
Yeah.
Okay.
He did in one of the very first, again, going back to my intro to Magic, right? In Crimson Vow, he did the art for a braid. And that is one of my, I'll pull it up for you right here.
Yeah.
A braid, obviously classic Magic card. For 1 in a red, instant, choose one. It either deals 3 damage to target creature or you destroy a target artifact. It's a staple in a lot of formats.
All red decks have it.
Yeah, it's a staple. And he did this art where it's like someone basically getting their face, part of their skull pulled off. I don't know. It's a pretty crazy looking art.
Yeah, it's like Dr. Doom getting his... Spoilers for that book too. It's like Dr. Doom getting his mask ripped off.
And then there's like this hawk in the background taking out a knight.
I didn't even see that. That's cool.
And so I've got one of my favorite cards, my most beloved cards that I have is in my Grumgully PDH deck. I've got a foil Japanese Crimson Vow Braid by Dominic Mayer, who I'd love to see. Hopefully he's coming to MagicCon Chicago. I know Luke and I are probably going to be there.
We'll be there. Would
love to get that signed by Dominic. How about you? Who's your favorite or one of your favorite artists?
Okay, I would say though my favorite artist in all, and actually this is like one of my favorite artists of all time, is Karl Kopinski, and he's very famous for doing like he did like the Krenko artwork. Like he does a lot of red cards. He does a lot of goblins. Like for whatever reason, he's been like typecast as the goblin guy, but he's got a really crazy career. Yeah, he did Acidic Slime. He's got a crazy career though. Like he started off working for Games Workshop for years. So he did like all the artwork and all the books for like Warhammer stuff, which I'm not a Warhammer dude, but it's just, yeah, like you gotta, game respects game, like the artwork in those books are outstanding. And so he did all the artwork for that. I've been like getting his, every year he comes out with like his sketchbook. He binds it and then like you can buy it. And so I've been buying his sketchbooks every year. I'm just a big fan of his art. So I like him, but then I also like Mark Stewart, who's he did like the artwork for Padim, and he's done a lot of like what is that, Kaldesh? Is that like all the like weird artifact people? But yeah, those are mine. And hopefully I see them at MagicCon because then I will have them sign for me.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing the full artist lineup for that, because that's my like one goal at MagicCon is just I'm gonna sit in lines for art to meet with artists and have them sign a bunch of stuff. That's why I'm going to MagicCon.
Yeah, no, seriously, like, dude, Artist Alley is the best part of any convention, in my opinion. IMO. Yeah, so I'm planning on having some artwork signed. I also want my Baby Yoda signed. I need Slippery Boggle signed.
All right, yeah. So here's what to expect from Wild Dogs. We're going to be doing a lot of banter, like we've just been doing, just about parts of Magic we like, things we're thinking about, decks we're building,
shooting the breeze,
hanging out. It's just two buddies hanging out, talking Magic. But yeah, we'll probably do a lot of deck techs. Bringing to the table are probably more often than not our EDH and PDH decks. I might, I'm dabbling in CEDH. I think Legacy is going to kind of scratch the itch for competitive for me, but I've got my Krakashima deck, which is it's hard to make Krakashima casual to begin with.
No, you can't.
So I'm gradually upgrading that to be full CEDH.
So wait, along the same like line of thinking, what is your and you might have a couple, but like what's your favorite Magic the Gathering deck that you have? Who's your commander? Like what do you like to play?
That's an interesting question. And actually, I think on Twitter this last week, one of the trending things was like, what commander deck would you want to be remembered for?
Ooh, that's a great question.
So like go along with my favorites to your question.
Okay.
I've got a couple. I think Krakashima is definitely up there.
Yeah.
It's just I remember I cracked open a whole box of Commander Legends, the first one, and I opened a Krark and I opened a Sakashima, and I'd been somewhat aware of that deck, and I opened them. So I was like, okay, well I have to build them, because I think I also opened 2 training centers. I opened a foil training center, so I was like, okay, I'm building it as a deck. I've got Krark, I've got Sakashima. Let's make this happen.
Yeah.
And I have to shout out Ken Bauman right now. He's kind of like the one of the biggest pioneers for that deck.
Okay.
And inspired me to kind of really push myself and kind of push some boundaries when it comes to deck building. His primer is excellent. He's got some videos about piloting the deck that are excellent, and kind of expanded my mind a little bit on how to approach deck building and what it means to pilot a commander deck. I mean, obviously at the highest level, at a CEDH level, but you also take those, you take those principles and you can apply them to any format of Magic, whether it even just casual EDH, casual PDH. So yeah, I think Krakashima is one that I'll always have in paper.
Yeah.
For me though, my Preston the Vanisher deck, and let me
interesting.
For those who don't know, I think this is something we have to get good at, is when we're talking about a card, saying what the card does.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially with kind of
we're just saying names.
These more niche decks, I don't think. And Preston's one of the more popular commanders to come out of Jumpstart 2022, which is an excellent set, especially for legendary creatures that came out of that set. Love Jumpstart. But yeah, Preston the Vanisher for 3 and a white. He's a legendary creature, rabbit, wizard, 2/5. Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, if it wasn't cast, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's an 0/1 white illusion. And then for 1 and a white, you can sack 5 illusions to exile a target non-land permanent. So I saw this, and one of the first decks I put in paper was a Lulu Loyal Hollyphant, which is like this goofy elephant wizard or something like that from Commander Legends Baldur's Gate. There was another Blink deck. We don't have to get into Lulu, but I had in paper a mono white Blink deck that I was already working on. And then Preston came out, and I was like, okay, this is it. Like this is going to be the mono colored commander that resonates most with me. Okay. It's going to be Preston. And so I've gone all in with it. It's not so Preston inherently I don't think can be a CEDH commander, but I've powered him up to be that tier. So I'm running
interesting.
I'm running all the fast mana. I'm running it's got the capabilities of going toe to toe with some higher power decks. I don't think this would ever really win CEDH games. I could be proven wrong. It gets really out of hand in the late game, though. You really have to, obviously, it's a 4 mana investment to like start getting these effects of getting the copy tokens of stuff that had a lot of creatures that have ETB triggers for card advantage, other, good mono white ETB triggers. I actually just pulled the Ojer Tak, which is the token tripler card from Ixalan. That's insane. It's so insane. So every time Preston creates 1 copy of that creature, actually he's creating 3 copies of that creature. I've got Mondrak, I've got Elishnorn. So yeah, I've got a lot of, it goes super wide. And then one of the win cons, one that I want to pull off with this deck almost every game, is the good old Moonshaker Cavalry, which is a basically mono white Crater Hoof, right? Gives everything +X, where X is like the number of creatures I think you have on board, and gives everything flying. So you just swing out. It's a really fun deck, and this is definitely the deck that I have put the most time and effort into. Okay, I would say. So yeah, I think those are probably going to be my 2. If I have to be remembered for 2, obviously I will always keep Karkashima in paper, and then Preston, and then just for like a third, just to like get a top 3 in here, I've got to talk about Astor.
Astor? Yeah,
so Astor is Astor, Bearer of Blades.
Dude, I don't think I've ever seen you play this deck.
What's funny, Luke, is I think I've played this deck at least 5 or 6 times against you.
Really?
Yeah, this is my
it's all bullshit to me, you know what I mean? Like, I'm on the other end, I'm just like, I'm just getting messed up. I don't know what's going on.
So this is my equipment and vehicles deck.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So Astor, Bearer of Blades is 2, a red and a white, a legendary creature, human warrior. He's a 4/4. When Astor enters the battlefield, look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may reveal an equipment or vehicle from among them, and it goes to your hand. Then you put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order, in a random order.
Okay.
And then the big 2 abilities he has are equipment you control have equip 1, and vehicles you control have accrue 1. So basically this deck plays a lot of kind of either overcosted equipment or vehicles that, I forget, there's like Consulate Dreadnought, I think is like, it's a 1-drop that is like a 7/7 or something, but it has like a ridiculously high crew cost.
Okay.
Same thing with equipment, like I think it's Colossus Hammer.
Yeah, Colossus Hammer is huge. It's like you lose flying and get like 10/10. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a 1-drop. Colossus Hammer is for 1 mana. It's an artifact equipment that gives your creature +10/+10 and loses flying, but it's equip 8. And equip 8 is like, that's so expensive. But Astor makes this equip 1.
Dude, that's
so for 2 mana, you give a creature +10/+10 basically.
That's so bad.
So yeah, Astor is just kind of fun. You play all these kind of like weird little janky vehicles and equipment that are now their equip and crew costs have been reduced to 1 because of Astor. So yeah, that was a really fun deck. And actually, I think I pulled Astor when we did the pre-release kits together. I was like, oh, this is really interesting. I think I want to make a commander out of this. And yeah, this is another deck that I've sunk a ton of time and money into naturally as Magic goes. So yeah, I guess that's my top 3. Preston at 1, Krakashima at 2, and then Astor at 3. How about you? You don't have to do your top 3, but like what's the commander that you want to be remembered for?
Oh man. Well, I mean, it goes without saying. My number one commander he's the Lord of my heart, Yorvo, Lord of Garenbrig, who is a 3-drop, he's mono green, 3, and you need 3 trees to play this guy. And his whole thing is that he's a 0/0, but he enters the battlefield with 4 +1/+1 counters. And then each time you play a creature, a green creature, you get another +1/+1 on Yorvo. And then if that creature that you play has more toughness, then you get 2 more. So basically, the whole goal of this deck is to put out some creatures and beef them up. But then also, this deck has become kind of like a who's who and like my love letter to mono green. Like, so we got some paid DLC in here. We got Craterhoof, we got Vorinclex, we have what else do we have in here that's cool? Oh yeah, we got Great Henge in here, which is, I don't know why Magic Wizards of the Coast thought that was a good idea. But, so it's kind of also become like my love letter to the game and like mono green. So yeah, I'd say that was probably the deck I want to be remembered for. And it was funny, I actually have like, it's kind of like blown up a little because no one plays Yorvo because there's so many better like commanders. So like in Yorvo circles, like I've seen people like reference my Moxfield list, which is kind of fun. But then and then as like Pauper commander goes, probably Slippery Boggle, my Baby Yoda deck. And it's also unique in that like he's the only creature in the deck, and so the whole point of the deck is just to make Slippery Boggle as stupid as possible. So I'd say those two are my magnum opuses.
Heck yeah. Those are both great decks that I've loved playing against. They're both really fun to see in action on the table. And I mean, I guess I didn't really talk about my Pauper decks. Grumgully is probably
it's a banger.
That's my first Pauper deck I built, and also a deck that I spent countless nights looking through Scryfall at Proliferate and +1/+1 counter stuff at Common.
You're very limited.
Yeah.
You got to get creative.
You get creative, which is why it was so fun. Grumgully for 1, a red and a green, 3/3 Goblin Shaman. Each non-human creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. So the goal here is basically just play a bunch of goofy, fun creatures that either have Proliferate or +1/+1 counter synergies. And then, just try to get... So it's a classic kind of Gruul Stompy type vibe.
Yeah.
For PDH. Grumgully's awesome. I've also got a Kedis and Malcolm Izzet deck that's Pauper PDH combo deck with treasures and all that good stuff. Yeah, some Freed from the Real, like combo, ping everyone down energy, which is maybe not fun for them, but incredibly fun for me.
It's pretty deviant. it's pretty messed up. But when you play Slippery Boggle into it, it's not that bad. Because you can't target him. But yeah, so sorry, I threw you off. The original conversation is kind of the breakdown of how this is gonna be happening. I totally threw you off subject here.
No, we're definitely gonna be going on tangents here and there.
Yeah, that was a little too long. Might be.
No, I think that was a conversation we were gonna have anyways. Is like what commanders we love, but we're also gonna be talking about commanders that we haven't built yet. So going back to kind of what we're gonna do with the show is do some deck techs, talk about some of our favorites. Like Luke will probably bring Yorvo on. I know we've got one of his PDH decks is Finn the Fangbearer, so we're going to do probably a rebuild of the Honest, an Infect deck that is honest.
Yeah.
that checks out.
Yep.
So we'll probably bring decks that we are building or have currently built that want to rework. We'll bring those to the table and kind of talk through top 5 cards or something like that, where we'll just kind of pick new cards and talk about new cards we're adding, talk about cards we're pulling out and why. I know Luke also wants to talk about kind of some of the core mechanics or core principles of Commander. Like, I know you mentioned going over land base, mana base as a whole, draw engines, removal packages, all that kind of good stuff. So we'll probably have episodes kind of dedicated to, some of our favorite removal spells, some of our favorite ways to ramp, depending on what deck we're running, etc., etc. We'll also, one thing I really, really want to do is set reviews.
Yeah.
Where kind of how I was talking earlier, how I love to go through sets and just learn every card or like look at every card. So I want to go back to some older sets. We'll also review new sets as they come out and pull, maybe our top 5 cards, our bottom 5 cards we think might be either overhyped or just bad that could be funny to talk about. Like, oh, this card is okay in a limited environment, but is terrible in Commander, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And then also answering your questions. So we've got a Discord open. We've got Twitter, Instagram. We've got all the socials.
All the hits.
All at Wild Dogs Pod. So we want to get connected with you guys, meet some like-minded people, talk Magic with people, and then, address questions on the show and kind of give our thoughts about certain topics that y'all might think are like interesting points of conversation. And then, just bring on some guests, bring some homies that we play with, some people that, people in the community that I think would be fun to talk to.
Yeah.
I think we just want this to be a place of conversation and a place of building connections within the community that I think is a valuable part to the game. Like I was saying earlier, the socialization aspect,
the gathering
Magic,
part of
the
Magic.
gathering part of the Magic, the gathering is one of my favorite parts about it. So definitely want to meet some of you and talk to some people that I respect in the community, and just hang out with my buddy Luke and talk Magic.
Heck yeah. Also, I'm willing it into existence now. We're going to have Rosewater on the show eventually.
Yeah. Yep.
Y'all been warned.
Marky boy, hit us up.
We're coming for you. In a fun way.
In a fun way. Definitely in a fun way. It would be
not in the weird way, but in a fun way.
Yeah, we would love to talk to some people who actually work on the game.
Yeah.
Artists who've made some of the pieces we love. People who have played the game at a competitive level that we respect. And just goofballs in our community that
heck yeah,
we like as people.
We want to have Mark Rosewater on here, but then we also want to have the hometown ham on the show as well. We want to have both ends of the spectrum.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. Any closing thoughts here, Luke? I'm just trying to. Actually, you know what? We're gonna hard pivot. This is something Luke didn't know was gonna happen.
Oh shit!
We've got welcome to the Icebreaker Turbo Fast Lightning Round Spectacular.
My brother in Christ, what is this?
I'm throwing a curveball at Luke. Luke did not know this. This was not in the show notes. This is our Icebreaker Turbo Fast Lightning Round Spectacular, where I ask you 10 questions about Magic the Gathering, and you have to give me your split second answer.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
What is your favorite color?
Green.
What is your favorite 2-color combo?
Green and green.
The double green. I'd probably say it's so tricky.
Green and blue.
Never Simic.
Blue and blue.
All right, my favorite color I'd probably say is black, maybe. And then my favorite color combo is it? So blue-red.
Okay.
All right, what's your favorite removal spell?
Damnation.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's the only one that came to the top of my head.
A little board wipe action?
Yeah.
I might have to go, just to play off that, I might have to go Wrath of God.
Okay.
So you've got the black wipe. I've got the...
Actually, wait. I want to change that. Pongify.
Okay, that's great.
Because that's one that I actually play.
Yeah, for one blue,
I don't
you
play
turn...
black,
You destroy creature. That creature's controller gets a 3/3 ape.
Yeah.
And the art on that card is incredible.
It really is.
Mm-hmm. I probably, if it's single target removal, probably Swords to Plowshares. It's just classic.
Yeah.
If we're going multi-target weird removal,
Sword yourself.
Swordsing yourself, yeah, to gain life. Good stuff.
Been there before. Hypothetically.
Yeah, I don't know. I also really like, there's a new card called Guff Rewrites History. We are not going over that card because the rules text of that card is a mile long.
Yeah, that's a whole nother episode in itself.
But that's my favorite new removal spell is Guff Rewrites History. Look that one up in Scryfall right now. You will not regret it. Put it in all your red commander decks because it's my current favorite removal spell. What is your favorite ramp spell?
Rampant growth.
All right, mine has got to be Mana Crypt.
Okay.
If you had to pick one for yourself, what would your mana cost be?
Wait, like for me, Luke Powers?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, dude, I'm expensive. I'm mono green.
Mm-hmm. How many green pips are we saying?
Dude, I'm saying like 8.
Just
Dude,
eight.
I'm a thick
green
boy,
pips.
dude. You're gonna need some green to pay for me.
It would just be all green. 8 green pips
Yeah.
at the top of the card.
Yeah.
Wow.
How many fits on the top line?
Well,
I'll do one less than that.
all right, we'll call it 8, and maybe you just be Luke, just to like have a room for all 8 green.
Luke, comma the expensive.
Mm-hmm. Well, the text of the expensive might kick into the.
Oh,
there might
yeah,
be some
that's true.
overlap. I mean, that'd be kind of funny too if you have the mana pips overlaying
That's
across
true.
your name. That'd be pretty good. For me, I'd probably, I don't know, 2 a red and a blue.
2 red and blue.
Yeah.
Okay.
4 CMC seems fair. Playable in Commander.
Okay.
Don't know what my abilities would be, but I think my CMC is definitely is it. And yeah, 2 red and blue.
Okay.
Name an artifact.
Name an artifact. Panharmonicon.
Mine's Mask of Avacyn.
Okay.
Name an enchantment.
Nature's Will.
I'm gonna go with Boon Reflection. Name a legendary creature you haven't built for EDH yet.
Kenrith.
Kenrith. Oh, that's a good one.
Was it the Return King or is it the Forsaken King? Am I thinking of something else?
Return of the King.
Return of the King.
Kenrith, Return of the King.
Yeah.
Oh man, what would mine be?
Dude, you've made everything, so you're kind of running out of options.
It's true. I don't have everything in paper yet, though. Oh, okay. One I was looking at earlier. It's from. Okay, give me a second. This isn't super lightning speed, but from the Commander 13 precons.
Commander 13.
Yeah. Again, I was Scryfall randoming.
Okay, that's
There was
random.
a card that came up. Yeah, Marath, Will of the Wild.
Interesting.
It's a +1/+1 counters deck. Marin is a 0/0, so this is kind of Yorvo energy, honestly.
Yeah, it really is.
And it's just natural Naya,
Okay.
I think, which is so red, green, and white. You get a 0/0. Doesn't seem great so far.
No.
When Marath enters the battlefield, he comes in with the number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it. So it's
Interesting.
perfect. Obviously, it's the commander of a commander precon, so it was intentionally made for commander.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because every time he comes out of the command zone, the first time he comes out, he's got 3 +1/+1 counters. You know, gets removed back in the command zone, comes back out, costs 5, right? But he's a 5/5. So even though he gets removed, he comes back and you still get the value because
Interesting.
he gets removed twice and it's 7 mana, but he's a 7/7.
Yeah.
But then he also has the ability for X. You can remove X +1/+1 counters from Marath, and then put that many. You can choose one. Put that many +1/+1 counters on target creature, or it deals X damage to target creature or player. Or you can put an XX green elemental creature token onto the battlefield.
That's really good.
It's super cool,
yeah.
and I just want to buy this precon a little bit.
Yeah. Also, he looks like the Blazing Bull from Sekiro.
Oh yeah, that's a good pull.
So
That's a good pull right there. Yeah, I don't know. I'd never. Again, he's actually a pretty popular +1/+1 counter commander. No surprise there.
yeah, but he's got some questionable color.
Yeah, you're not a fan of. Well, he's got some green in there for you.
Whenever I see white, like just like randomly thrown into a pairing, into a color pairing, I'm just like, but why?
Okay.
Like this
Fair-
would have been
fair
better
enough.
if it was green red, or if it was.
Well, the thing about having white in this though, there's so many really good +1/+1 counter spells for white, like Cather's Crusade.
I guess.
Yes, dude. White
I don't
is
know.
like
White is hard. White is like a color that I just don't jive with.
doesn't resonate with you. That's
No.
fair. I think that's fair. But yeah, Marath is a legendary creature that I might end up building one day. Sleeve color.
Clear.
What is that answer?
Sorry.
I mean, it's fair.
Dude, I'm a
It's fair.
deviant. I like clear. You can see that way. I can see what the back is, so I can mark things. I can cheat.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Heck yeah.
Also, I like to. I have a big box of just random sleeves, so I like doing that too.
Yeah, we did. Luke and I recently did a Ikoria pre-release kits. We
Yeah.
got a couple. It's one of the things we like to do. We actually want to go and do every single pre-release kit there's ever been,
Yeah.
and just do one-on-one. We'll just crack a kit, do some limited. It was
Drink
super
some
fun.
beers.
Drink some beers, hang out, play some FromSoft games.
Yeah.
It was a good time. But yeah, I even texted Luke. I was like, hey, I've got sleeves set to go. Should I bring some sleeves over? And he was like, no, I've got some sleeves. And I was like, okay, cool. I pull up as we're sleeving the decks, right? Our little 40 card limited decks. Luke is running 6 different colors of dragon shields.
Yeah.
At least 6 different
Yeah. At
colors.
least. I don't even know where they came from, but I just have this like deck box just full of random sleeve colors. So we're going rainbow.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I liked it.
Yeah.
It was cool.
It was cool.
You were definitely cheating though.
Yeah, I definitely marked.
You were definitely
cards.
marking. You were definitely okay. This is this card. I went no. I'm just
Yeah.
I'm just messing around.
Dude, I'm here to cheat. That's what I'm here for. Fuck honesty. I'm here to win. Okay, through all any means necessary.
All right. Name a static ability.
Trample.
Oh, that's a good one. I was gonna say banding.
Okay, that's some hipster. What is that?
Well, I'm gonna retract banding because I don't even want to talk about what that means. So instead,
I've never seen that before.
I'm gonna do fear.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
Right. That's a good one. I think fear is just it can't be blocked. It can only be blocked by black creatures and or artifact creatures, right?
I think so. That sounds right.
Yep. All right, final round. All right, this is how we're going to close off this episode.
Okay.
We are going to individually Scryfall Random until we hit a creature. Read the card in full, and then that is your new spirit animal.
Deal.
All right, so I'm going to pull up Scryfall.
I got it too.
You got it? All right.
Yeah.
All right, hit me with it. We're going to do a Scryfall Random until you hit a creature.
Until I hit a creature.
Yep.
Okay, I got it.
All right, hit me with it.
I got Servant of Tirmaret. And its keyword is it's a 1/3 creature zombie in black, and it says inspired. When Servant of Tirmaret becomes untapped, each opponent loses 1 life. You gain life equal to the life lost this way. That's actually really good. For 3, you should throw that one in your decks because you play black, and I don't. Also, it's from Born of the Gods, which I think is a really fun set. I know people downplay it, but I think it's fun.
Yeah, so he's also got Regenerate.
Yep.
Tuna Black, you can regen him. And then his what is his flavor text?
Oh, life is most precious to those who have already lost it. Very wise.
Indeed. All right, so yeah, how do you feel about this being your spirit animal?
I don't know if I like it. I think this is a horrible spirit animal.
Do you want to re-go? Do you want to?
Kind of do, but here,
right.
you go first, though.
All right, yeah, I'll go first. We'll see what I land on.
Oh, dude, I got the best one next.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, after you.
Okay, here's mine. Immediately, I'm off this one, but
Okay.
I'm just gonna ride with it. We're gonna ride with it. I got Pearl Spear Courier from Onslaught from way back when. It is a 2/1 soldier. I may choose not to untap Pearl Spear Courier during your untap step. And then for 2 and a white, I can tap Pearl Spear Courier. And then as long as it remains tapped, target soldier gets +2/+2 and has attacking, doesn't cause this creature to tap. This is kind of an interesting card.
Yeah, I'd say so.
You can tap it and then buff something and give it vigilance.
That's
That
very good.
It seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's basically 6 mana. It's like a 6 mana aura that is easily removed. That only gives something +2/+2 in vigilance. So when you when you break it down, it's for 4 white, give target creature +2/+2 in vigilance. Not that good.
Well,
The art's kind of cool. Good old
put it that way.
Danny Orizio. Interesting art. Yeah, I mean, having a human soldier as my spirit animal feels kind of bad, but we'll ride with it. All right, hit me with your new one.
All right. So this guy's actually my spirit animal in real life. Chief Jim Hopper. He's got menace, apparently. Wouldn't, I guess. And it says, whenever Chief Jim Hopper attacks, investigate once for each non-token attacking creature. And then he has an ability called Friendship Forever, which says if you have two commanders, you can have two commanders if both have friends forever. So I'm guessing like him and 11 are like the only cards in all of Magic that have friends forever.
Yeah. Well, I think so. I think the all of the Stranger Things cards have the friends forever thing. So you can like, which is kind of cool. You can kind of partner them up with one another. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. I mean, this is an episode, or this is a topic for another episode, but like, man, how do you feel about having Jim Hopper be a legal in everything except Modern, Pioneer, and Standard?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm very, very excited to be running Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
I'm building an Evelyn deck. My dog's name is Evelyn. And there's a commander or a legendary creature from New Capenna named Evelyn.
Okay.
So I'm building an Evelyn deck. And Ian Malcolm, Chaotician. I think that's the card.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna have Jeff Goldblum in that deck.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to have Miss Marvel in my upcoming commander
With
decks.
the Power Stones.
With the Power
The
Stones.
serialized 1/1 Power Stones.
With Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, I'm excited for that. That's a discussion for another episode.
All right, and to round things off, so you got two.
Yeah, let's see it.
I Scryfall Randomed into an unhinged card.
Dude, what is that?
It is Gluteus Maximus. For 3 green, you get a 5/5 beast. Oh my God, what is this? As Gluteus Maximus comes into play, an opponent chooses one of your fingers. And then parentheses, it says, thumbs are fingers too. When the chosen finger isn't touching Gluteus Maximus, sacrifice Gluteus Maximus. So as long as this thing's on board, you have to be touching it with the finger that your opponent selected.
That's wild.
So Gluteus Maximus is my spirit animal of the week, I think.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the reroll, because that weird onslaught soldier wasn't it. I think Gluteus Maximus is definitely going to be my spirit animal.
Yeah, everybody gets one free molly.
Yeah, one free mole on the spirit animal Scryfall Random. I like that rule.
Dude, I'm here for it.
All right, well, I think that's going to wrap up episode 0, rather, our intro episode of Wild Dogs Pod. Thanks for listening. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. We're probably going to be doing some deck building stuff over on YouTube. Might dabble into Twitch a little bit. We'll see. And then we also have a Discord, which is just the Wild Dogs Pod Discord. We should have an invitation in the this episode description. Any closing thoughts, Luke?
Episode 0 on the books.
It's on the books. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Magic the Gathering.
Magic, 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 I'm so magic.
Gathering magic.